Welcome, everybody. Hello, welcome to our practice today. Kind of clear your space, find a comfortable place to sit down, take a moment to gather yourself, and join me for a breath practice. This is our seated practice day, so every Wednesday we'll do this seated breath practice. So you can prepare yourself for next week. Next Friday, same time, we'll be doing somatic core awareness practice. Everything is to improve your breathing. All right. Last week I got a little long. So this week I'll try to keep it a little bit shorter, a little bit sweeter, but we'll do all the same things. Join me here, comfortable seated position, sitting nice and tall. Find your head floating over your shoulder. Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm going to start over here. I started talking just a little bit ago. I'm going to start again. So if you were here with me on YouTube, we're pausing, we're backing it up. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Pneuma Yoga. Today is Wednesday. We're doing our seated breath work. Find a comfortable place to sit down. You can sit on the ground, as like I'm sitting on the ground with a little boost. If you'd like to sit in a chair, chair works just great. I was saying last week's practice got a little long, so this week I'm going to make sure that we just shorten it up, keep it nice and sweet. Same breath practice, same 7 steps, but we're going to move through it. All right. So if you want to join me for this practice, comfortable seated position, sitting nice and tall, head floating up, and observing before we get into our practice just how your breathing is showing up today. Without changing anything, without fixing anything, notice how your body's breathing as you just sit still. You might notice your chest moving or the breath up in your throat, or maybe you feel your abdomen moving as you breathe in. Just observing. Good. Once you got a note of how your breathing's moving in your body, just take your head and turn your head off to the right. And slowly bringing your head back to center. We'll do this a few times. Sitting nice and tall, turn the head left. Engaging through your neck, feel the muscles tense, and then slowly bring your head back to center. A couple times back and forth. Slowly turn to the right. Keep your shoulders square. Keep your heart square facing forward. Feel the engagement in your neck and in your throat. And then slowly bring your head back to center. To the left and back. You want to feel is like these muscles tightening up and then slowly relaxing as you come back to center. So each time you feel tension and then you let it go as you bring your head back to neutral. Next time your head lands back in center, point the chin up and then staying long and tall in the spine, bring the chin down nice and slow. Just nodding, a real slow yes, but maintain traction and engagement in the neck. Stay long in your spine and tall. And just feel the head almost like a bobble doll going forward and slow motion going up. Good. One more time, tucking down and floating up. Nice. Land your head back in center. Once your head lands right in the middle, then you're going to circle your head around. It's like a bowling ball rolling around on your shoulders. Allow that weight to circle around nice and smooth. Just letting the weight circle around on your shoulders. Stay nice and tall in the spine. Next time you come back to center, you're going to reverse direction. Roll the other way. Roll the head around. Nice, smooth, full circle, just on the edge of the range of your motion. You might notice spots like, ooh, one side really feels more sensitive than the other, or you're more tight in one spot. If you need to hang out in one area and just kind of play around in that and feel around, that's all good. Whatever feels good for you. You want to find those spots that feel tight and then be able to move nice and slow within them. Okay. When you feel ready, bring your head back to center. And keeping your chin, like your jaw, what feels like neutral to the floor and your ears but over your shoulders, you're going to float and rise your shoulders up towards your ears. Relax your arms down at your sides. And nice and slow, you're going to melt that down. Real slow, relax your shoulders down. We'll do this a few times. This is kind of a somatic exercise. When you rise your shoulders up, feel your armpits like lifting the whole shoulder girdle. Okay. And now take 10 seconds to slowly relax and melt your shoulders down, down, down. You want to feel like this weight and this ease enter the tops of your shoulders and your upper back. One last time, floating up and melting down, melting down, melting down. Good. Your shoulders land, turn your palms upside down on the thighs, and you're going to roll one arm forward. So I'm going to slide my left arm forward, my right arm back, and twist the shoulder. So draw the right shoulder back, roll the left shoulder forward. And come back to center. Do this with your shoulders and not so much your head or your ribs. Left shoulder draws back, right shoulder turns forward. Just let your head follow. And slow relax. So you want to pay attention, just releasing, coming back nice and slow. Good. You twist the other way, let your shoulders move you. Slowly coming back. Right shoulder slides forward, left shoulder back. Head just looks over towards the back. One more time, sliding, twisting. Good. You're not like straining to move into it, but use your muscles, use your shoulder girdle, rotate from your center. Nice. Coming back to your center. I'm just going to do a little bit of hip movement here. Now let's come back to our center. Place the soles of your feet together. Interlace the fingers. Hold that around the toes and kind of like pull your heels in towards your center. Good. We're just going to butterfly the legs up and down. Sit nice and tall as you do this. Head floating up. I always want to feel like our head's floating upwards. Spine's nice and long. And butterfly the legs. You're trying to move your leg bones from like the top of your leg bones. So how would you butterfly from the very tops of your thighs deep into your hips? And not so much straining on the way down, but just kind of fluttering, trying to feel sensation in your hips, base of the spine. Sitting nice and tall, you're rising up. Just preparing the body to do some breath work, getting our hips ready, shoulders ready, mind ready, so we could be still and breathe. Well, we're going to do some strong breathing, but eventually we will be a little still. Good. A couple more times, just shaking the legs up and down. Great daily hip exercise here. Good. When you feel complete doing this, rock the baby. So these are the two hip exercises we'll do before every practice, that butterfly and then rocking the baby. So if you want to hold your leg just like this and rock yourself side to side, right? Just holding the shin in front of your chest. If you can, wrap around the leg, interlace the fingers, and then hold that just like you were holding a baby, and then rock that side to side. Again, you're not thinking about like trying to force mobility or space into your hips. Not at all. Not for 1 second. Think about just massaging your hip. You're not straining to be here. It's not painful. Might be a little uncomfortable, but nice and smooth breathing through the nose, gently shaking side to side. A little bit goes a long way. Man, we're just going to rock here for about a minute or so. Keep breathing through the nose as always, moving smooth, doing your best. Rocking side to side. So you really want to feel like I'm trying to focus on my left hip here, just feeling sensation in that space. Oftentimes our awareness kind of gets blocked and we don't really notice, sense, and feel areas of our bodies. So what I'm all about, what my practice is all about, is just learning to sense and feel small spaces, how to reconnect and undo patterns and habits, how to breathe well, move well. Good. All right, feeling complete on this side. Let's switch it up. I'm gonna break this leg down, hook onto the right leg, right? And remember, here is just great. If this feels just right where you're at, that's awesome. If you can hold it like this and hold like this, you eventually just want to work up to keeping the leg, just softly touch it towards your chest, or you can just rock it side to side. Staying like nice and tall in your seat. Smooth, easy breathing. Bringing focus to that practice. That's what this class is all about. Focus to our breathing in and out through the nose, smooth and easy. And you're ungluing your hips, stirring that space up. A little bit more here, just a little longer. A few minutes here is just great. Okay. I'll just talk about our first breath practice that we're going to get into as well. We're just finishing up right here. That first practice that we're going to do is 3 successive inhales. And then on the exhale is going to be a long, slow exhale where we'll do what's called an ujjayi breath. Okay? I'm going to set my leg down here. Find a comfortable seated position. So your ujjayi breathing is just a comfortable contraction in your throat. It's meant to slow down your exhale. When you do ujjayi, make sure that it's not very loud. It should be quiet. It's something that if someone was sitting next to you, they wouldn't hear it. So your exhale, there'll be a contraction here, long and slow out. The inhale will be 3 successive inhales in. I want you to breathe low into your body, like you're trying to fill up the pelvic bowl with air. Okay? We're going to do that practice first. We'll do about 10 rounds of that breath. So sit nice and tall in a position that's just comfortable for you. Your spine can rise up, head's floating over the shoulders. Okay? So that first practice, 3 successive breaths in, one long ujjayi exhale. We'll do about 10 rounds. Take a moderate inhale in, smooth exhale through the nose. Now breathe in, in, and slow exhale. Contract the throat, slow exhale. Breathe into the base of your spine. In, in, in. Low into the body. Long, slow exhale. You can even close your eyes. Go in, in, in. Feel yourself fill up. And then long, slow ujjayi exhale. Melt into the out breath. Melt into the out breath. Good. In, in, in. And slow breath out. Slow breath out. Just go into the rhythm that's right for you. It's 3 in. Filling up the base of the spine. And a long, slow ujjayi exhale. few more times. In, in. Melt into the out breath. If it gets longer, it gets slower, that's just great. In, in, in. Feel where you're breathing in. And slowly, slowly, ujjayi exhale. Listen to the internal sound. Okay, last time. In, in. Now long, slow ujjayi exhale. And you're going to pause at the bottom. Okay, so exhale and pause and sit still in the bottom. No breathing. Just be in the pause for a moment, as long as it's comfortable. When you need to inhale, breathe back in through the nose. So those pauses, the stillness, is a true breath practice. That's called pranayama. When we practice pranayama, that is suspension of the breath, suspension of our prana. When you come back to breathing, just notice the return of your in and out breath, right? Feeling the after effect. Sense and feel the origin of your breath. So where in your body is drawing air in? Think about relaxing your forehead, relaxing your nose, and relaxing like the space behind your navel center. And see if the base of your body can draw air in. Good. Our next practice is we're going to rock back and forth. So let's find this rocking back and forth sensation. So if you could feel your sit bones beneath you, if you're sitting right on the center of your sit bones, like these little knobs that stick out at the bottom, how would you roll to the front of your sit bones? This arches your back. Kind of feel that. You shift the pelvis forward, arch your back, and then roll on your sit bones. Roll on your sit bones till you slouch in your seat. Do this back and forth a few times. You can even close your eyes, keep your head floating, and try to roll forward on your sit bones. Pelvis rolls forward and you arch your back. Okay. And then when you slowly roll, feel rolling to your back, reaching out, and your front kind of curling in. So you like slouch and then you puff the chest out. You slowly slouch and then you puff the chest out. We're going to try to rock forward and back in this motion with your breath going in and out. So when you go forward, you inhale, and when you go back, you exhale. In, out. Now you want to focus on your breathing coming from your navel center or just below it. Okay? So let's move into this. Let's breathe in and out. In, out. And find that rocking forward and back. Do a strong breath in through your nose. So strong in, strong out. And rolling freely forward and back on your sit bones as you breathe in and out. Nice. Head's just following. Shoulders are following. The lower body, your base of your body is rocking forward and back. Breathe in, out, in, out. Feel your breath move you forward and back. Nice work. Keep going. Try to feel smooth in a flow forward and back. You'll notice that it might feel kind of bumpy or skippy or hard to coordinate. Nice. Just forward and back, in, out. Good. Strong breathing through the nose. Pump your core. Move the base of your body with your breath. 5 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hold at the top of your breath. So hold at the top of the inhale. And now slow exhale, slow ujjayi exhale. Pause at the bottom. A kambaka, another word for pausing your breath, suspending the prana. When you need to inhale, smooth and easy through the nose, just return to breathing and allow the breathing to settle. I'm just kind of observing how you're breathing in and out and allowing the breath to settle, the body to sit nice and tall, and to just sit in that after effect. You might feel relaxed, at ease, calm, clear. It's breathing like this is very detoxing. So you might feel a little clearer within. We'll call clean. The breathing to settle down and be nice and smooth. Like really our breath should be silent, slow, quiet, smooth, low in the body, lightly in and lightly out. Nice. Now let's take our hands and place your hands on your shoulders like this. Arms up nice and tall. We're going to twist as we breathe. So this time you're going to inhale and turn to the right. Now let your head turn and your shoulders turn. And as you exhale, left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Let your head turn so it helps turn you side to side, but breathe in one way, out the other. And let's let yourself twist. Stay nice and tall in the spine, in and out. Breathing low into your body. So feel your belly pump. Feel the abdomen pump. In one way, out the other. You might hear some popping or some adjusting in your spine. Nice. Giving yourself that chiropractic adjustment. Tuning up, in and out. Remember, strong breathing through the nose. And just let yourself go. Let yourself twist. Strong in, strong out. Through the nostrils. Whole time. Always through the nose. Keep going a little bit longer. You got this. A little bit longer. Let's go 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now take a full breath in. Reach the arms up. Lift up. Fill the breath. Now nice and slow. Contract the throat. Ujjayi exhale. Slow exhale into a pause at the bottom. Pause and land in stillness at the end of the exhale. When you need to return, light breath in through the nose. Right? And just sit in that after effect. It feels awesome to sit still after that, right? You feel maybe some tingling, sensation in the body, movement, ease. But your breath comes back nice and light, right? That's like the magic. Notice how your mind feels. Like, what are the thoughts? What's going on in the head? Maybe that just feels clear and relaxed. Happy mind, happy body. Happy body, happy mind. The two influence each other. Hey, excellent work. Next one here. It's adjusted my seat. You feel free to adjust yourself at any time, right? We're going to inhale. Let's bring the arms up. I want to take a big inhale for this one. It's like a full inhale. And then you exhale, bring your hands down and close your fist. Now, kind of like, it's like a quick abdominal engagement. And then fill up. Good. And just go just like this. Nice rhythm for you. In, let it go. In, let it go. Imagine that you're filling up. In and out. In, out. In, out. And just going. Have a light smile on the face, smile in the eyes, pumping your breath in your arms. Charging your system up. Keep it going. Taking a little more breath with each inhale, a little more, a little more, a little more. Good. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a full inhale in. Hold at the top. Draw the belly in. Lift your heart like you're lifting your heart towards your throat. Nice. Then slow exhale. Real slow exhale. Hands come down. Arms land. Pause at the bottom. Stillness. When you need to breathe, smooth in through the nose. You don't wait too long where you're out of breath. You come back when you can keep it smooth. You might feel like you lose your breath a little bit, but allow that to just settle out on its own. And notice how your body comes back to breathing. Keep your head floating upwards, your shoulders are kind of relaxing back and down. Front of the chest feels like it rises up, long in your front body. We're going to do a more subtle practice here. We're going to hum for 2 minutes. So hum with me for 2 minutes. Best breath practice there is. Let's take an inhale in through the nose. On an exhale, humming. Vibrate the throat center. Inhale. Exhale, humming. Just keep going with this. Inhale, smooth and silent in. So find a silent inhale. Your exhale. Feel the vibration, chest, throat, head. Feel sensation. Allow the eyes to close. Smooth, silent in breath. Out breath is humming. The pace that's right for you, but that in breath, the return in, is silent and smooth. No friction, no effort. The out breath is humming. Relax in breath. Breathe in the just right volume for you. So, not breathing in too much. And then a long, slow, humming exhale. And then a silent, smooth inhale. Can you feel a breath that is light, fluid, silent? Keep melting into the out breath. Really feel the vibration. Focus on the internal sensation, the internal sound. Turning your senses to what you feel within. Silent, smooth in breath, and the buzzing, humming, stimulating out breath. 2 more cycles. In. Last one. Good. Now returning back to natural breathing, letting go of the humming, letting go controlling the breath, and just observing, allowing your chest to be relaxed. You notice any lifting in the chest as you breathe in, any lifting in the shoulders. Can you soften the shoulders and the chest and allow the breath to go low into the body? Hardest part is to just be relaxed up here and allow the breath to just slide down behind the navel center, pools here, and then the exhale rises up and out. Chest stays still and relaxed. Breath goes low. Excellent. Take your right hand. You're going to bring your right hand up in front of your face. You're going to use your thumb to block your right nostril and your pinky to block your left nostril. Now, not pressing too hard here, just tenderly. Hold the fingers so they point straight up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale in through both nostrils. On your exhale, you're going to block the right and breathe out the left. Breathe back in the left side. And then with the pinky, block and breathe out the right. In your right side. Block the right, out the left. In the left, out the right. So go back and forth here. You go out one side and then back in it. Then out the other side and then back in. The challenge here is to maintain that smoothness to your breath, the silence. Since you're breathing through one nostril, you're going to notice more friction because you got half the volume coming in. So do your best to really relax to your inhale. And just notice the sound coming in and notice the sound coming out. See if you can breathe in a way that brings just this tiny little wisp of air in so you can keep it smooth and even silent. Hard to keep this one silent, but relax into it. Allow yourself to float here. Don't strain to breathe, but try to relax. In one side, out the other. This is all about reducing your breath volume while staying relaxed and calm. And it's not that easy. But you can breathe lighter and slower and calmer, the just right amount for you. Softening into it, relaxing, breathing in and out. Side to side. One side of your body might feel far more open than the other. Perfectly normal. See if you can balance that. I can tell my left nostril's a little more congested than my right. I'm seeing if I can relax my left side, my left nostril, my left eye, my left cheek, allowing that to open up and balance out. Right side feels open and smooth. Left side's just a little bit behind. Notice what you feel within. Smooth in, smooth out. Next time you breathe out the left nostril, you're going to bring your hand down. And you're going to feel breathing evenly through both nostrils. Is consciously, purposefully trying to draw equal amount of air in through both nostrils. What's that like? Can you feel? Can you feel drawing air in through both sides? Relax into it, smooth, silent. Okay. Our next practice, we're going to go a little deep. We're going to do some deep breathing in and out. So if you're seated in a chair, you can sit back comfortably so you feel supported. If you're sitting on the ground, if you get a little lightheaded, just place your hands out in front of you or lay down. But we're going to breathe deep in and out. It's kind of like Wim Hof breathing if you've ever done that, but we're going to do it through the nose. Very important. Always breathe through your nose. Never practice breathing through the mouth. Okay? So what this is you're going to go a full breath in. Think belly, chest, up into your head, and let it go. Belly, chest, head, let it go. All through the nose, fully in, and let it go. Fully in, and let it go. You want to breathe all the way in. Completely let go. Fully in, let it go. In, out. In, out. And just go into this wave. Let yourself breathe fully in, let it go. Fully in, let it go. More in than you're letting out. More in than you're letting out. Breathing in and letting it go. Just go in the wave. In, out. Well, 10 more breaths. In, let it go. Fully in, let it go. Breathe into the whole body. 5 more times. Fully in, let it go. Fully in, let it go. 3, 2, 1. Now take a full inhale in. Tilt the head up. Now touch the chin into the chest. Draw the belly up and in and hold. Lift up towards your head. If you feel like you need to place your hands down, place them down. Otherwise, sit tall. And slowly now, slowly, that ujjayi exhale. Pause at the bottom. Sit in the stillness, the kumbhaka, pranayama, your breath hold. No need to breathe here. You'll be able to sit in this without breathing for a while. When you feel that urge to breathe in, okay, when the urge comes back, full inhale in. Hold at the top again. And then slow exhale, pause at the bottom again. So we'll all do this at our own timing. When you come back, fully back in and hold. And back into the kumbhaka at the end of the breath. And sit in stillness. Take all the time that you need. I'll give everyone some time here to sit in both holds. Some of us might be able to hold a long time in there. With practice, you can sit a long time. It feels really incredible. Take your time to sit there. Feel sensation within, that ease to sit without breathing, right? What is that? Feel the sensation within. Ease, calm, focus. Feel relaxed and focused, clear all at the same time. When your breathing returns, right, it's smooth, it's silent, it's light and quiet through the nose. You can observe like how little the body needs to breathe as you come back. And if you're back to breathing, really what you want to be doing is breathing the just underneath amount of what you need. So you notice, okay, my breathing in and out, can I shave off 5% of the inhale and just breathe a little less than you need? Shave 10% off of your inhale and breathe just under the amount of air that you're used to, like going on an air diet. We just overbreathed, right? We just way overbreathed. Now, can you ride a wave where you breathe just underneath your full inhale, or the inhale you feel that you completely need? Can you breathe 10% less than that? While still maintaining smooth, slow breathing. Just relaxed. It's perfectly enough, the just right amount of air, but it's light, it's subtle, and you're just shaving off a little bit at the end of the inhale. You're on an air diet. It's a little bit less, but still maintaining relaxation, ease, and calm. Less breath. Less is more. We do the more to be able to sit in this less and light breathing. You may even find yourself just going into pauses. Like I can just settle at the end of my breath and not even need to breathe. If you can do that, let yourself just settle into a pause, sit in the need with no breathing, just stillness. Notice how long you can be at the end of the exhale without breathing. The longer that number gets, the healthier you are. System functions optimally when this number starts to really lengthen out. Notice and sense and feel it. Sitting in the stillness. Excellent. I can just start to bring a little bit of movement back. You can do some twisting if you'd like to twist. Turning the head left and right, rolling the head. Maybe massage the hands. Let's massage our hands together. Put some heat in the hands and then place the hands over your eyes. And then massage over your forehead. Gently open the eyes up. Excellent work today. Just start bringing ourselves back, massaging your skull, around your ears, the back of the head. Massaging down the back of the jaw, behind the ears, the side of the neck. Good. Take one hand and then slide down the side. Bring the other hand up. You've got to do this little movement side to side. You can take your time coming up if you want to sit still, and just kind of bask in the ease, bask in the easy breathing. The after effect of the practice is to help regulate the nervous system, but keep our breathing at ease for the rest of the day. So the calmer our breath stays, the more resilient to stress we become. If you've noticed that when you get stressed out, your breath becomes upper respiratory, your muscles tighten, your heart rate increases, blood pressure increases, all those things are happening. In order to keep the body relaxed, the mind calm, we got to keep the breath calm and the body at ease. So feeling the ease that you have right now, the low and slow breathing, the light in and out, maintain that with you throughout the remainder of the day. You see that the day will go with much more ease and smoothness. Daily breath practice makes all the difference. Excellent work today, everybody. We'll be here every Wednesday to do this class. If you want to check out the full practice, I'll have this posted up soon on my YouTube page, Pneuma Yoga. Thanks again, everybody. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next class.